What's up, everybody? So I just got another pit bike. I got the Apollo RFZ 125. It's the X18. I'm gonna put a carburetor on it first. I had an SSR 125 last year, and I put this same Nibby carburetor on it. Nibby PE 22 millimeter carburetor. Here's the stock one that comes on it, and man, I'll tell you what, when I put on that Nibby on that SSR, it woke that thing right up. But I was kind of curious about this. Is a little different. Like if you look at the air filter, it goes into there, it's like a breather. I'm gonna take that all off right there, at least disconnect it. I was gonna use the same air filter, but I'm gonna try and use the one that comes with the Nibby, see how it runs. And this one's a little bit bigger. The rims on it, I think they're 17 in the front and 14 in the back. The SSR is 14 and 12 in the back. I know there is an SSR that you can get that has, I think, the bigger tires, but I think with shipping and everything like that, I think this came out to like $1,240. And I got this because I'm a little bit bigger. I'm about 6'2", 210 pounds. And like the rear shock on it is real stiff. It feels good. It might be too stiff. I could adjust it. And when I put the Nibby carburetor on my last pit bike, right out of the box, I didn't even have to mess with anything. I didn't have to touch any of the jets. I put it on there and it ran good. I'm hoping with this it's the same thing, but let's see if I have good luck today. And changing the carb is pretty easy. You got these two bolts, one on each side here. And then that screw, I'll take that off for now. Like I said, I'm gonna get rid of that, but it's really easy. Sometimes you could just, I seen in the video, they use like a knockoff Makuni. You could take, you know, just these two bolts, take that off and slide that one right in there. And then the throttle cable goes into the top there. You'd have to take that off and reattach it to your new one. All right, so I got the old carb off, there it is. And where that throttle cable came in, that top piece that screws into the carb was, you know, they had it threaded wrong. I had to force that off. Here's my throttle cable. Here's the breather that I took off. And here's the other one for the fuel. And this was that air filter they had connected to this setup in the back here. And I just disconnected it, and I have pretty much just have that tube hanging for right now. I'll probably just zip tie them together. I didn't want to take that one out because that goes into the engine, some kind of breather. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. So I opened up my Nibby carb. That plastic piece has to come out. Here's the slide for inside the carburetor. I got to put my throttle cable down into there. See if it'll work. Alright guys, I wanted to show this in a little bit more detail. So when you take your new carb, you put this piece on top, put your cable down through, you take your spring, put it on the cable, and you push this up, and you take the cable and pull it down here, and it goes up in. As you can see, it's hard to show it. See it right there? Cap, spring, take your cable, slide it down here, and it goes up through, and then it holds it on there with pressure, and then you just screw it into the top of the carb. You got to make sure, you see the slots on the side, you got to make sure it's sitting in there right. When it's sitting in there right, you'll know. You could pull up on that throttle cable and it'll slide up and down real good. So now I'm gonna put top back on and the air filter right there, and then we'll put it back on. So if you look inside there, there's a fatter nipple that comes out where the air screw is, and then there's that other one. This longer side of the carb right there, if you see it, that slit in the side of the slider goes on the side towards me. The smaller one, if you look, goes where that big thicker nipple is. Alright, so before I completely put it back on, I just want to show everybody, look, see how it's sliding up and down? I'm just twisting the throttle there, and that's what you want to see. Now I may have to adjust it. There's also inside the carb on that needle. You see that little hole in there? How much is space, how much air it's letting through or whatever. You can adjust that by moving it up and down on that needle. I just wanted to show you. That's what it should sound like. I'm twisting the throttle. Alright, so I got the air filter on there, and then I connected the fuel line. I know my videos aren't great, but it's a little bit more detail than I seen in the last one. Everyone I see, people just show them, oh, I'm gonna put it on now, and then they just slap it on there. So this is like the third carburetor I put on a pit bike now. So I'm learning, and yeah, every time I've ran these nibbies right out of the box, I didn't have to adjust anything, fired right up, and they ran great. So let's see and hope and pray that this is the same. So now I just got to put it on, and so that did come with the same hose. I'm gonna probably take this one off here. You see it hanging, that's this one right here. So now all I gotta do is bolt it up on there. Just make sure you put your rubber gasket that goes in between this where it goes on the engine, and forget that, it's important. Alright guys, so I got the new one on there. This nut right here is always a pain in the butt to get in, so I got it in there. Man, does it look good. Now I know it's a pit bike, and you know, they're cheap. This is probably one of the more expensive carbs for the pit bike. I think this one was like 70. I see a lot of people put on the knockoff Makunis and stuff, and yeah, I don't really have any opinion on them. They might work great. That's kind of sitting close to there. I got to get that off there. We turn it a little bit, the air filter, so it's not sitting right on that pipe. But let's see if it fires up. All right, so I moved the air filter as much as I could, but look at that. That's almost touching right there. So that's why I wanted to do the review on this. I know they have those little metal ones. I'll probably end up putting one of those on, or I could even, I don't know if it's the same size right here. I could even put this one back on. I just don't like how that nipple's out of there, but you could always put this one back on. I'm gonna try it. There's some space, not much. It's probably gonna melt, but like I said, I disconnected that stuff in the back. I just zip tied it up in there so it's out of my way. Alright guys, let's see if it fires up. Got the little key on here. Just it. Okay, I'm adjusting the screw on here. So you got your adjustments over here. I'm gonna play around with them and see if it makes a difference, which you always gotta adjust it, but once you get it dialed in, they usually start right up. See what we got. just ran it right out of the box, and I had to mess with it a little bit just now. It took me about a minute, 2 minutes. Just worried. Look at how close that air filter is. Ooh, there's a little gap, but all right, so now we're going to take it for a little ride and test it out. Unbelievable. Wow, sounds good, feels good too. Let's see how our air filter's doing. Oh yeah, we're good. Nothing melted or burned. Probably end up getting the metal one. This is my little chilling spot down here by my house. There's little trails over there. But yeah, oh wow, it's running great. I'm sure I'll have to adjust it a little bit. You could adjust it here, and then with this one too. Just play around with it. It only took a couple minutes. Like I said, this was brand new. The first thing I always do upgrade wise is the carburetor. I got the Pro Taper bars at home and grips coming today. The exhaust sounds great. I mean, I don't even see a need ever to change the exhaust unless it breaks or smashes or something like that. The rear shock is pretty stiff, and if you don't want it that stiff, you could definitely adjust it. I'm gonna jump a little bit with this, so I'll probably keep it like that and maybe adjust it as I go. Yeah. fast. Yeah, guys, I have an absolute blast on these things. Like I said, I'm about 6'2", 6'3", 210 pounds, and this pulls me around like nothing. And just like always, I'm really impressed with that Nibby carb. I didn't even have to do anything besides adjust the screw on the side a little bit, and I was just ripping up the road in 4th gear or whatever, and it wasn't popping, it wasn't bogging out, it was running great. I can't say enough about them. And I'm grateful I made this little trail I have back behind my yard. We got a little jump for the pit bikes and stuff like that. We made a couple other big ones too. But thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, it does look good on there too, doesn't it? It's black and red. I forgot, I also got these from Amazon. They're a little shell casing valve stem covers. Yeah, look good on there. All right, so next I'm gonna put the Pro Taper bars on. I got these off Amazon. I believe they were like 70 bucks. Standard 7/8. Oh yeah, they're gonna look good on there. Line up perfect. I tried to put the bars on yesterday. The Pro Tapers, they're like 7/8, and they were too small compared to the bars that are on the RFZ. So I got the bar risers off Amazon. I think they're only like, I don't know, 15 bucks. And then they have these inserts. Supposedly they'll fit with those, because otherwise I can't put them on. I was gonna send them back, but I really like them, so I'm gonna try to put them on like this. All right, so I got my son filming. Usually he doesn't want to help me, but I got these bar risers, and they come with these half moons. There's 4 of them, so I took the bars off, and I had to get the bar risers because my Pro Taper bars are too small. All right, guys, so like I said, I drew a little bit of the material out of this, as you can see. It wasn't much, but now when I put that in there, I'll be able to get my screws in. Just a little bit. All right, so I got everything swapped over from the bars that came on the RFZ to the Pro Tapers. And like I said, these were a lot thinner than the bars that came on this pit bike, so I had to put those like half moons in there on the top and bottom. I thought they went down there. They don't go down there. One for the bottom and one for the top of the bars. I tighten this up. I mean, they feel good. I sat on it, and they do sit a little higher than the regular ones, and it feels good. So I tried like pushing on them and putting some weight on them, and it felt really good. I'm sure I have that one hanging out a little. I could adjust it. The only thing I forgot to do was get the glue for the grips. I do got some ODI grips, and they did fit on here, and all the controls fit on here. I was worried about that. So on the bars that came on this is thin. It's the same thickness on the ones I had over there. It's just down here that's fatter on the RFZ factory ones. And The blue looks great. I got these off Amazon, the bar risers. They're like 15 bucks. I mean, nothing's ever perfect with these Chinese pit bikes. You always got to mess around with them a little bit. And like I said, I had to drill these out just a little bit to get them to work, and it wasn't much, but it did work. Looks good. Got my ODI grips on there now too. Pro taper bars, bar risers, and the carburetor. Nice. Alright, got the pro taper bars on there, got them adjusted. They look good. They do sit a little bit higher than the stock ones, but I'm a little bit taller, so let's take it for a ride now with the handlebars. See how tight I got the handlebars. I got a little jump over there, a little kicker, a little trail back here. All right, let's go for a little ride. First kick with that carb on there. Oh yeah, they feel good. About 42 degrees. Handlebars feel real good. They didn't loosen up after I hit that jump. Wow, this thing's so much fun. Yeah, it rips now since I put that carburetor on there. Wow, yeah guys, this thing's so much fun. I mean, it's cheap parts. I think I got the carburetor was like 70 bucks, handlebars were 70, that's 140, the bar risers was 15, so 155 plus the bike. And I mean, the thing's ripping, it's looking good, sounds great. There's still enough space. Like I said, I was worried there, but I'm good. I mean, I just had to adjust the carb. Only thing is, when I got it, there was this little scratch. I watched another video on YouTube, a guy said the same thing, but I mean, other than that, it feels pretty solid. The back shock is solid. The front isn't great, but I know you could put different oil in them. I don't know if you could adjust these ones. I don't think so, but yeah, I'm happy with it.